Hello everyone, welcome back and thank you for joining me for another video. All right, something new and interesting today. I'm quickly showing you guys, this is one of my wood rounds that I had painted black and put resin on it. I was gonna do something with it and then I didn't know what to do with it. And then this is cheesecloth, got it off of Amazon. So I'm doing something funky today. And I've got some Mod Podge, okay, and some water. And I'll explain all of that to you in a sec. But I've got some Mod Podge in there. I think I did 2-to-1. So 2 cups of, not even 2-to-1 actually. I put 2 full cups of those little Dixie cups of Mod Podge in that measuring cup. And then I kind of added a little bit of water. Not much, maybe half of that cup of water. You don't want it to be too thin. You want it to be somewhat of a thick paste. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that cheesecloth that I bought off Amazon and I'm going to soak it into that container there. But before I forget, I wanted to quickly mention that I got this idea with the cloth and everything and the Mod Podge and the water mixture from Kathleen from Cause Creations. She did a very nice video. I will try to remember to link it up at the top for you guys to see, but I really loved it. I thought I'd give it a try. There are other methods. I have seen Gina DeLuca and also Erica Hughes do something similar, but using like a wire mesh with I think it's like paper mache kind of thing. It does give it a better texture and stuff like that, but I didn't really want to go through the whole, mesh idea and stapling it to the back of the canvas and whatnot. So I might try that down the road one day, but I thought I'd try the easier route and just do the Mod Podge with water because it's kind of like glue. And then, so as you can see, I have, I put that in there, soaked it all up, put gloves on. I hate the way Mod Podge smells. I think it smells so gross. Lee from Massey Art Studio loves the smell of it. I don't understand it. You also use Mod Podge when you're doing the blob technique. But yeah, it's something I cannot stand the smell of. But anywho, so here I am. I'm just trying to spread out the cheesecloth and then I'm going to, mess with it for quite a while and just kind of, pleat it, make some pleats out of it and stretch it out and bunch it up and do something funky with it. So I'm going to play with it a little bit and I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to speed this part up because it took me a while. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm pretty happy with where it's at right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit and dry overnight for a day or so. I don't even remember until it's not going to get super hard to the touch. It's still going to be a little soft. So I'm going to come back when it's dry and do a second coat with a brush. So I'm back the next day. It's dry, but it's not hard as a rock. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a paintbrush and I'm dipping it into the Mod Podge / water concoction there. I did cover it with saran wrap or cling wrap or whatever you want to call it. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing a second coat of the gluey, substance on top of what I've already done, just to give it that little extra hardener to it. It's still not going to be perfectly hard like paper mache, but it's still going to be just as decent, I'd say. So I'm just going to speed this part up. I'm literally just brushing the whole top and the sides with a second coat of this gluey Mod Podge concoction. All right, so I'm done with that. I'm gonna let it sit overnight for a day or so and let that dry. And I'm gonna be right back with the next step. All right, next day, I already started and I decided I totally forgot to get the camera rolling. But what I have here is Liquitex Basics Gesso, okay? You don't have to buy it in a big tub like that. You can get it in a smaller container. It doesn't have to be Liquitex Basics. It could be any kind of gesso. It's a primer. You know, you usually put it on your wood pieces, wood rounds or whatever. So what I'm doing is I'm now adding, I'm going to add 2 layers. You're not going to see me do the second layer, but I'm going to add 2 layers of gesso onto this, and that'll also harden it up a little bit more. And it'll also get rid of, as you can see, all that transparency through the cheesecloth. So make sure you get every nook and cranny, get that brush into all those crevices, get the sides going. Make sure all the sides are covered as well. So I'm going to speed you guys up while you watch me gesso this. And again, I do it twice, but I only show you 1 time, but I do 2 coats. All right, so I've done 2 coats of the gesso, fully dried, and now I'm going to do a black coat. And the reason for that is because I'm using some TLP pigment, and it is an interference shimmery pigment. And so holographic, actually, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a holographic pigment. So in order for it to shine best and, you know, see it the way it's supposed to be seen, you need to do it on a black base. So I have taken my Amsterdam Oxide Black, and I'm literally just painting now over the gessoed 2 coats of gesso. So now it's a lot harder. So the, you know, the ripples and everything of my cheesecloth are actually a lot harder. So I'm going to speed you guys up as I put just 1 coat. I didn't do 2 coats, just 1 coat of black paint. And you gotta make sure you get every little crevice and nook and cranny. You don't want any white spots showing. So make sure you get that all done. Then I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then we'll get to the next step. All right, on to the next step. So what I've got here is just a little Dixie cup, a popsicle stick. I've got the TLP Stuck Up Pig, and it's hoity-toity, one of my favorites. There's only 5 stuck up pigs, and hoity-toity is my top favorite. And we've got some Jo Sonja gloss varnish. And I'm showing you guys regular gel gloss, but I don't end up using it, and I'll show you and tell you why as this video goes along. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking a heaping popsicle stick of the hoity-toity, throwing it in the cup, and you need to turn that powder into liquid form. And the best way to do that is to use your Jo Sonja varnish. Now, can you use something else? You might be able to use, oh gosh, I've never tried it, so I can't really say for sure. But if you don't have Jo Sonja, maybe Liquitex gloss varnish could work. But again, I've never tried it, so don't be mad at me if you try it and it doesn't work. But it should, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's Jo Sonja is a gloss varnish. I don't know why you can't use Liquitex gloss varnish. I'm assuming you can, but I use Jo Sonja. So I've put some Jo Sonja in there. And I'm just literally mixing that up and making sure all the pigment gets wet with the Jo Sonja. So this is my second cup that I'm doing. The first cup I did, which I did off camera. Well, I did it on camera and then deleted it because I added a big like popsicle stick full of the gel gloss medium. And let me tell you, it totally just turned that beautiful hoity-toity color into some light gray, nasty color. And I was like, maybe I put too much of it. I don't know. But then I thought, you know what? See how very little is in that cup? And so that's all that's in there is the powder with the Joe Sonia. And I thought, let me try and brush that out onto here and see if that works. And lo and behold, it worked perfectly fine. So no need for the gel gloss. Like, I mean, you can do it if you want, but it didn't work for me. Gina DeLuca, if you watch her video, she used heavy gel medium gloss or something like that. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. It starts blue and then a light, it goes purple. Like, I love hoity-toity. But anywho, back to what I was saying is I just literally brushed on that liquid and I barely had any liquid in that cup. If you can see, there's not much in there, but that was enough, more than enough to literally top coat that whole entire piece right there. And, you know, make sure you get, again, every nook and cranny. Make sure you get the sides. I'm going to have to trim the edges, the sides underneath after. But for now, I'm just making sure I'm getting all the sides and the top and every little crevice and all of that. So I'm going to speed you guys up while you watch me paint this entire round. All right, so I'm done. Now check this out. So 1 minute it's blue, then it turns purple. Oh, see, I noticed there was a crevice that was still white. So you've got to get those crevices, all those little nooks. When you tilt it from side to side and you look at it from the side angle, you'll be able to notice if you missed any like little parts. I saw some white parts. Obviously, I didn't even get it with the black paint, which I should have, noticed that. But nothing the paintbrush and some hoity-toity couldn't cover up. So yeah, right there, I'm like looking and I'm like, oh, there's some more white spots there. So make sure you kind of tilt it and check every single angle. But oh my goodness, you guys, look at how beautiful this is. Now I'm sitting here debating, should I throw resin on it or not? I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do. I may leave it as is. I worry that if I put resin on it, it's not going to be perfect because of how 3D it is, and it's not a flat level surface. Could I brush resin onto it? Yes. Oh, you know what I could do? Instead of resining it, I could spray a high gloss varnish over it and that'll protect it. I think I might do that actually. Instead of resin, you could always just spray. I've got Winsor & Newton high gloss varnish and it's in a spray can, so you can definitely spray it instead of using resin, and that would be a good alternative, and at least that way your piece will be protected. So yeah, actually I think I might spray it. And it's done, guys and gals. Look at this. So first it's blue, then it's purple. It's just so amazing, the color shifting of this stuck-up pigment. Hoity-toity. Like I said, there's 5 different colors, but hoity-toity is my favorite. Look how cool that is. So I am going to let this dry. And then here's what I did. See, I added in the paste the gel medium, and look how it looks. Yeah, that's a no-no. No, don't do it. So yeah, clearly I didn't need that. I was able to just brush it on with the Gesso and the pigment. That's it. And there you have it, my friends. At some point, I will get some high gloss spray varnish, and I will spray it with varnish. And when I do, I will show you guys how it looks. But for now, I have quite frankly run out of time for this video, and I am actually in Vegas as you're watching this. So anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys when I get back from Vegas. Bye-bye.